And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready up.
53 is the mic. Now watch one.
Hey, high 7.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's second down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that takes us from second to third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Hey, exit.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Get it.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
On the set.
53 is the mic. You got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go.
Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tannehill throwing again. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Set. 30 base. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53.
Hey, Delta.
To the air again, Tannehill. They got a man. It's Woods. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Check. bombers. 22 jet bombers. Hey, Zoo. Yep.
53 is the mic.
Here we go.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Check.
Big grip.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
I got you.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I got one. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Watch the screen.
Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
To throw is Wilson. Throws right side, and that's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Now, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here in this first series. Flush to his right, and he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Play action. Now Wilson. And this This is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Check 31. Check 31.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Recon, 132 fighter. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check 3. Go. Check, go.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Set. 8, read.
Taken down at the 41. Let's go.
Get it.
From the 41, Tannehill. And Woods has it complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Tannehill now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Here's Gordon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Check. 61. Matchbox light.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Under 10. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mike's 50.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Buying time to his, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Bravo.
To throw is Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Here's Tannehill. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd down 6 at the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
All day, every day, any day.
On the delay, it's Balaj. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. So we got man. 57's Mike. Mike 57. You don't want nothing back.
19.
Hey, you don't want to see.
Good touch.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line.
Easy. Touch.
Check three. Single.
Alert.
Go.
Hey, 0.
What's the curl? 35's the Mike. Check.
Look for signal.
Check. Mike.
They go play action with Wilson.
Here we go.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No problem there on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Balaj. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Tannehill. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy at his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. X3. 218. Chop. Hey, what's that? Check right. 54. Smooth.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Woods. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, Charlie.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Hey, let's get this. Get this. Right there.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
The Vikings first down.
Ready.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Tannehill hands to Gray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, orbit.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Tannehill. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Here's Hill on the return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's bring it. Don't. Check, Mike 57. Mike 57. One left. Let's see what you got. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Here we go. 57's the Mike.
Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
15 line.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. 6-6. Pull it hard.
Switch gears. Check 26. Check 26. Check. Crouch. Crouch.
No, go! Hey, wahoo!
Switch!
Go!
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and through, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it with Balazs. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. That one good for 37 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
One left.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On the toss, here's Balazs. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Check.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Russell Wilson, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. I got you. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Woo! 57 to Mike. Let's go. 4 down. Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Taken right around the 44. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
One time. Over.
35's the mic. Watch the screen.
Gun. Zebra. Nice.
On 1st down, Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Joker.
95.
Zoom. 66. Pull it. Half. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go, defenses. Get out the field.
Run left.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Hey. Alert.
We're taking wings home. Hayward. 57.
Here's Wilson to throw. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
57. Let's go. 57. Mike, 57.
Block that. Go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check.
Rush in.
14. Find it.
Off.
Gun.
Go.
Go, 14.
Neutral, Coco. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go.
Check 50.
Hey, check Mike 57. 57. All day, just like that. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Hey, East, good time.
Now Wilson on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Now Ballage. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Ballage. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check 50. Out. Kill. Back.
Zebra.
Toss play to Ballage. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kalen Ballage, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check safety, check safety.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Now Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
0. 57's the mic. Rock 57. 12. Check. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. We got check. Mike 57.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Tannehill. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And Woods has it complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Tannehill now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Tannehill now to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. This is Gordon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2.
Hey, team 6, 5.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Got it.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.